Hey guys, welcome to the Field of 68 YouTube channel. If you like what you see here, hit that subscribe button and you'll get more college basketball content just like this.
Move to Kansas at Iowa State. This is the first ranked matchup of the weekend that we have discussed. The number 7 Jayhawks at the number 23 Cyclones. TJ Otzelberger, man, at home. He's a different animal. RC, who you got?
Yeah, he is, but I'm going with the Jayhawks. I think they're only 2-2 on the road this year in true road games. I think some of these teams have to start that we know are really good teams. Some of the top teams in the country has got to start getting some of these games on the road, and I think this is one that they get. So I'm going with Kansas, not by much. I think it'll be a lot closer than people think. I mean, what they favor in Iowa State, but I think Kansas gets it on the road.
Okay, they need it. They definitely need the resume play at this point, I think. Not that it's not like they're not in the tournament, but yeah, they need the seeding love, right? You don't want to see Kansas as like a 4 or a 5, and they're trending in the wrong direction here. With that said, Iowa State Cyclones 12-0 at home this year. Win over Houston, win over Kansas State, win over Iowa. Those are some good wins at home. I have some serious questions about the Jayhawks. I know Johnny Furphy has been playing significantly better lately. No offense to Johnny Furphy, but I think the defense he's going to see from the Cyclones in this game is going to be a little bit different than some of the defenses that he's really had his breakout games against. I'm going to take Iowa State at home here. I think they get to 13-0 in Ames. We'll see what happens. Jerel, break the tie for us. Who you got in this game?
Yep, I'm with RC. I'm going with the Jayhawks. I think they kind of been put on. I think they've been kind of put on notice since the West Virginia loss. And like you guys said, they're kind of concerned now about making sure that they don't drop or slip too much in that season. So they need to try to stack as many as they can, quality wins, especially against good teams on the road. So that'll go a long way for them on Selection Sunday. I think it's going to be a close one. And obviously, Iowa State, man, they are tough at home. They got a great home court atmosphere and environment, and it's a hard place to win that. But I think the Jayhawks use their poise and kind of their veteran leadership to lean on, and they make it out of there with a win.
RC, you ever seen a Hunter Dickinson team plateau in conference play at all?
I know where you're going. I'm not touching that, Greg. I know where you're going. I'm not touching it. I know where he was going. I was wondering what took him so long to say that, because I swear, I thought he was going to come out the gate with that one. When I said Kansas, I was like, man, that's why I tried to get off it quick. Like, oh, Kansas, let's move on to the next one. I was trying to get off that so fast.
Listen, man, you and I have been doing this for, you've been doing this for 3 years with me, RC. You knew what was coming. You know the scouting report. We had to get
I was
there.
hoping you was tired, man. You babysitting, man. I thought you was tired. You know what I mean?
Never too tired for that. Never too tired for that. All right, the final Big 12 game for this block for us here. Texas Tech at Oklahoma, another ranked matchup. Number 20 at number 11. This is Saturday, 2 p.m. on ESPN Plus. For this game, it's a ranked matchup on ESPN Plus. Ladies and gentlemen, come on. RC, what's the pick?
I got Oklahoma at home. I think they need to get it. Just coming off of Texas loss, I think they need to figure it out at home. I just think it's tough to win on the road too. I know I just picked Kansas to get that one, but I don't. I think Oklahoma can't drop back-to-back games at the crib. They'll get it done.
I like that pick. I'm rocking with you, RC. I think this is a prototypical bounce-back spot. That's what us bettors refer to over at BetMGM. When you get a team that just kind of put up a stinker at home, right? But they're back at home and they're pissed off. That seems to usually work out in the pissed off team's favor. I trust Porter Moser to get the boys rocking at home for this game. Against, like we said, with Texas Tech, they've kind of been things going too well for them. Jerel, are you with us? Is this a clean sweep for the Sooners?
Yep, clean sweep. Like you guys said, they ride that wave of momentum. The fans will get behind them. They'll feed off of that energy, and they'll be able to stretch this one out to get a win at home.
That terrifies me that we swept this. Never get 3-0 against Brandon Castle. Texas at BYU, Saturday, 2 p.m., ESPN2. KenPom has BYU favored by 8 points at home here. RC, who you got?
Man, this was the hardest game to pick for me. This one was the hardest one, but I'm going to go with BYU at home. I like their balanced scoring. It's tough to play and pick against Texas right now. I think they're starting to figure some things out. They've won 2 of their last 3 road games, man. So, but I got to go with BYU.
This was also the hardest game for me to pick, RC, and I landed on the opposite side of the fence from you. So I don't know what that means. I don't like betting against you, RC. You know this.
No, it's all right, man. We got to figure it out.
The bottom line for me, as I was pressed into this, was just I truly believe the Texas we've seen in the last week feels like a much better version of Texas than we've seen at any point this season. And I'm buying that that's going to stay here. I don't think that's an aberration. I think that they've kind of turned a corner, figured out how to play together. Max Asmus is extremely comfortable right now, but Dylan Dessou is the guy who has emerged as a really, really consistent threat for them. And on the flip side, BYU, I think BYU is a very good team. I think they're struggling big time with the realization that they're in the Big 12. I mean, the teams they're going to play on a night in and night out basis are just different than they've seen in the past from a physicality standpoint. Just 2-4 in conference play right now. I got to rock with the road team, who I think has more talent than this BYU team has. Jerel, break the tie for us.
Yep, I'm going BYU as well. And this was a tough one to pick because I have been really impressed just the way that Texas kind of picked it up over the last couple of weeks. Speaking of kind of what you said, Greg, I feel like Texas looks like the team that we thought they were going to be going into the season finally. So they're kind of hitting their stride, but at the same time, I still think BYU is a underrated team, and I think they're really good, and they're going to be hard to beat at home, even in the Big 12. They don't have the most talented guys in the world, but they got for the most part, senior-driven group, older guys that know how to play the game, and just doing some digging because I hadn't seen them play a ton. I went back and watched, and the one kid, Jackson Robinson, is kind of must-see TV, man. That dude lets it fly, man, and he's a bucket getter. He can get hot and fill it up quick, and that building gets pretty loud and it gets juiced up. So, and they got about 5 guys that are averaging double figures. So, I think they'll be balanced, they'll be strong, and they'll squeak out with a close one at home over Texas.
All right, I'm solo here. I don't know. I'm hoping that they're still a little pissed off about horns down. I think that's what swung the season in the Longhorns' favor. We'll see.
My God.
Man, I've never seen people get so upset about little horns down, Jerel.
God. Cut it out, man. Cut it out. What a joke.
It's tough.
Thank you for watching the Field of 68. If you've enjoyed what you've seen here, hit that like button, share this link with your friends, or check out the description for some other places that you can consume Field 68 content.